Hi, Josh here. In this video, I will be showing you why my tie rod took months to make instead of days. Hint, it's cause everything went wrong. First off, go watch how I actually made the tie rod. Go ahead, I'll wait. Did you watch it? Good. As you probably could see, it was pretty simple to make, and yet it was a complete pain in the neck. So the first thing that got messed up were the clamps. I milled the pocket, then drilled the bolt holes. But these two things didn't line up the first time, second time, third time, well, many times. The problem was, well, pretty idiotic. I trammed the mill head wrong. Tramming is the process of aligning the mill head to the mill table so they make a perfect right angle. I made a stupid mistake when I trammed. I loosened up my head bolts. Well, the head bolts on the mill, not my head bolts. I tighten my head bolts every 5,000 steps. Anyway, I loosened the head bolts on the mill, trammed, then had the bright idea to reset my tram gauge and re-tram. Long story short, you need to reset the tram gauge while the head bolts on the mill are still tight. Doing it when they're loose throws everything off. I can't even use the excuse that I'm new to machining because it's just that stupid. Maybe my head bolts were loose. This is also why I had to make the clamp so big. I originally had 3-inch rod, but wasted that on this mistake. I went to go get more rod and they only had 4-inch. I didn't feel like turning the 4-inch down to 3-inch, so I settled on 3.5-ish. The next headache involved a side chip cutter. I had originally planned on using a side chip cutter to slice the clamp in half. I could do this in one pass with a side chip cutter. However, halfway through, the cutter died and started shooting out sparks. That's generally a bad sign. I had thought this was due to the metal I was using. I got the rod at a junkyard-like place and had no idea what grade it was. I had to go to New Jersey, a 3-hour trip, to get new rod. I could have gotten a 3-inch instead of 4-inch rod, but that would mean I would have to redesign the clamp. Again. I also wasn't crazy about how the bolts threaded into the 3-inch rod. The bolts were a little close to the edge. But since I couldn't go to New Jersey right away, I decided to start work on my tie rod. With the new cutter, I got to cut number 4 on the tie rod, and it started shooting out sparks. Again. To fix the tie rod, I used a bandsaw. To fix the clamps, I used a high-speed steel cutter and a sawzall. So yeah, that took a lot longer than it should have. Anyway, let me know in the comments some of the stupid mistakes you guys made on your projects. You know, so I don't feel so stupid. Please?